Good morning, students. Am I audible? Actually, today network is very poor. So let's start a class today, okay? So today we are solving few numericals related to your specific energy. Okay. So you kindly write down the question of the first numerical. Write down the question of the first numerical. Okay. So that the critical depth, that is your YC. Okay. So you first write down the first numerical. Okay. That is given that Y1 and Y2 are the two alternate depths in a rectangular channel. Okay. And then we have to prove that YC is equal to this expression. Okay. That twice y1 square y2 square divided by y1 plus y2. So if you remember, if we have an alternate depth, it is y1 and y2, that means the specific energy for both the depth is same. Okay. If you remember the curve of specific energy at a 45-degree, then there will be a curve of specific energy for a particular discharge. Okay. So if you consider any specific energy apart from the minimum specific energy, if you consider any specific energy value, suppose 2 meter, in x-axis we have energy and in y-axis we have depth of flow. Okay. So if you consider any specific energy, corresponding to that energy will be having two depth. Okay. One is here, okay, and one is here, this one. Okay. So these two are alternatives, your y1 and y2. Okay. So y1 and y2 are depths which have specific energy. Okay. So in this question, what they have given, that we have two alternate depth. That means we have of same specific energy, and then for that particular rectangular channel, we have to prove this expression. That is YC is equal to twice y1 square y2 square divided by y1 plus y2 to the power 1 by 3. Okay. So then let's proceed to the solution. Okay. 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 So y1 and y2 are alternate depth. It's given in the question. So our specific energy for both the depth will be same. So that is why we can write E1 is equal to E2. E1 is the specific energy for your depth y1 and E2 is the specific energy for depth y2. And as both the depth are your alternate depths, so we can say both the energy will be same. So now specific energy, if you remember, we'll be having only two components in specific energy. One is your pressure head and one is your kinetic energy head. That is your v square by twice g. Okay. So here, if we write the expression for E1, then it will be y1 plus v1 square by twice g. Okay. And for E2, it will be y2 plus v square E2 square by twice g. Okay. So then again, at v is your velocity. So velocity, in place of velocity, we can write q by v. sorry, Q by area. Okay, as discharge is equal to area into velocity, so in place of velocity you can write Q by A. Okay, so if you further simplify this, area, as in the question it is given as a rectangular channel, so this area will be your b by b multiplied by y. Okay, so in place of b we can directly write q divided by b multiplied by y. Okay, if it is square, then this will be square. Okay, q square divided by b square multiplied by y square. Okay, so now here we replace that velocity by this expression. Okay, it is y1 will be same, then 1 by twice z. In place of v1 square, it will be q square divided by b square multiplied by y1 square. And similarly, we replace that v2 also by using the same equation. Then if you remember, we have a term called small q. Small q is nothing but discharge per unit width of the channel. Okay? I think we have already discussed about small q. Okay? So that's here q square divided by b square. So you can write small q square. Okay? So you can write small q square. So other terms will be same. Okay? Other terms will remain same. Okay? Here also, similarly for this case also, your q square divided by b square, you can write small q square. Okay? And for rectangular channel, if you remember, qc cube is q square divided by g. Okay? We already derived this expression. For rectangular channel, for critical depth, is yc cube is equal to q square divided by g. Okay? So we have here q square divided by g. So in place of this, we can directly write yc cube. Okay? And other terms will remain same. Here also you have q square by g. So in place of q square by g, you can directly write yc cube. Okay? And other terms will remain same. Okay? Okay. So till here it's completed. Then we have to get an expression for yc cube. Okay? So what we are going to do next, we are multiplying both side. Multiplying both side. This was our last expression. Okay? After that, we are going to multiply both side by twice y1 square, y2 square. Okay? So if you multiply here, multiplying with the first term, then it will be here y1 square, then we have again y1. So it will be twice y1 cube, y2 square. Okay? Plus. And if you multiply it with this term, it will be twice y1 square, and here also we have twice y1 square, it will be cancelled out. So what will be left out? Y2 square and yc cube. Okay? So similarly, here also, if you multiply, y2 square is there. Here we have y2, so it will be y2 cube. Twice y1 square, y2 cube. Plus, here we have again, I think here 2 is missing. Okay, we have 2 here. Okay? So twice y2 square is there. So here twice will be cancelled out, y2 square will be cancelled out. What will be left out is y1 square and yc cube. Then you bring yc cube in one hand side, that is in the left hand side, because we are going to find an expression for yc cube. Okay? Or you can say we are going to find an expression for yc. Okay? So we bring yc in one side. Okay, suppose in the left hand side, so we have this term y2 square yc cube. If you bring this in the left hand side, it will be minus. Okay, then this is already there, twice y1 square y2 cube. So if you bring this term in the right hand side, it will be again minus. Okay, but then you take common yc cube, so it will be y2 square minus y1 square. Here also, if you take common of twice y1 square y2 square, you'll be getting y2 minus y1. Okay, then for yc cube, it will be multiplied here, so it will be divide here. So we all know a square minus b square. We can also write a plus b multiplied by a minus b. Okay, it's a simple mathematics. We all know a square minus b square. We can also write this term as a plus b, a minus b. So we are doing the same thing here. Okay, this is your a and this is your b. A square minus b square. So we are writing here a plus b and a minus b. Okay, so this will be cancelled out. This term will be cancelled out, and this will be left out. Okay, it will be cube here. If you bring here, it will be 1 by 3. So this is your final expression. Okay, fine. Then we move on to the next numerical. Okay, so you kindly write down the next numerical. Okay. So here, what is given? A rectangular channel of 3 meter wide. That is, your width of the channel is given 3 meter. Okay. Carries a discharge of 10 meter cube per second. So discharge is also given. It's 10 meter cube per second. Okay, and has its specific energy of 2 meter of water. So specific energy is also given 2 meter. Okay, calculate the alternate depth and corresponding Froude number. So what we have to do for this particular specific energy, definitely we will be having two depth. Okay, so for this specific energy, we have to find out y1 and y. That is our alternate depth. Okay, and then for y1, what will be your Froude number? That also we need to find. And for y2, what will be your Froude number? Okay, so this is the question. For a rectangular channel, width of the channel is given, discharge is given, specific energy is also given. So we need to find out for this particular specific energy, that is your 2 meter, what will be our alternate depth, okay, or that is your depth of flow. Okay, and for that particular depth of flow, what will be the corresponding Froude numbers. Okay, so at the very first, we will use the specific energy equation that is very much familiar to you, I think. Y plus v square by twice z. Okay, so here y again we have replaced by q by a velocity, like in previous case. Velocity we have replaced by q by a. Okay, so velocity square is there, so q square by a square. Okay, then area again as it is given as a rectangular channel, so we multiplied by y. Width of the channel multiplied by depth of flow. Okay, so other terms will remain same. Okay, then here our energy is given 2 meter, so we have substituted in place of energy 2 meter. Y value we need to calculate. Okay, plus q square. I think q is given 10 meter cube per second, so you can substitute the value of q here. Okay, then divided by twice z. G value we all know 9.81. Okay, so 2 into 9.81 minus width of the channel is also given 3 meter, so it will be 3 square multiplied by y square. Okay, then you simplify, you will get this expression. Okay, so that is your 10 square is 100, and if you multiply 2 multiplied by 9 into 3 square, you will get 176.58, and y square will be there. Okay, so you'll be having one equation with one unknown y value. So using your calculator, you can easily find out the y value. Okay, so use your scientific calculator and find out the y value. Okay, you have only one equation and with one unknown, so you can easily find out. Okay, and see if you have a square, so you will be getting two value. Okay, so you use your calculator and find out the y value, and see you are getting a value as 1.84. Solve this equation and see you are getting this value or not. One value we are going to get 1.84, and another one will be 0.64. You all are getting the same value. So then for its depth, you need to find out the Froude number. Okay. So first we will take this 1.84. If you remember the graph, if you see, you remember the graph, so it will be x and y axis, then we will be having an E is equal to y line at 45 degree, and then we will be having your specific energy curve for a particular distance. So suppose this is your 2 meter, suppose this is your 2 meter. So for this 2 meter, you will be having two alternate depth. Okay, so one is here, one is here. Okay, and this portion is your minimum specific energy. If you draw a line from the zero, this is your zero, this is your y value, and this is your specific in x-axis. Okay. Okay, so then if you draw a straight line here, divides the graph into two parts. One is your supercritical, and one is your subcritical. Okay, one is your supercritical, one is your subcritical. So the higher depth is in subcritical. So here the higher value 1.84, 1.84 is in subcritical flow. Okay, and that lower value, that 0.64, is in supercritical flow. Okay, so if you see, one depth is greater than critical depth and one depth is less than critical depth. So if you remember, for supercritical, your Froude number is greater than 1. Okay, and subcritical, your Froude number is less than 1. Okay. So now for 1.84, we are going to find out the Froude number. So Vy root over Gy. You find out the V. Again, that to find out the V, we can use this expression, discharge divided by area. Okay. So area is again B into Y. So B is 3 meter, Y is 1.84, and discharge is given 10 meter cube per second. Okay. Divided by Gy. So G value is 9.81 multiplied by 1.84. So you will be getting 0.42, which is less than 1. So here, if you see for subcritical, your Froude number is always less than 1. Okay. So it's correct. Okay. Similarly, you find out the Froude number for 0.64, and definitely it will be greater than 1. Okay. So you will be having three flow condition. One is your supercritical, one is your subcritical, and one is your critical flow. For critical flow, your Froude number is equal to 1. For supercritical, it's greater than 1, and for subcritical, it's less than 1. So you find out the Froude number. Similarly, you can find out the Froude number for your other depth also, that is 0.64. Okay. Here for 0.64. Okay. You will get 2.5056, which is greater than 1. Okay. So this is also correct. Okay, so we are going to end this meeting here. Okay, then again after 1 or 2 minutes, we are going to start our next class. Okay, because if you start a new problem now, then it is not going to complete within this class. Okay, so we are going to end this meeting and then we start again. So kindly join after 2 minutes. Okay.